Good morning. So today another topic in the soil, that is soil profile. So what is soil profile? Soil profile is defined as a vertical section of the soil from the ground surface downwards where the soil meets the underlying rock. So now soil profile means the soil is the topmost layer of the earth crust, mainly composed of organic minerals and rock particles that support life. A soil profile is a vertical cross section of the soil made of a layer running parallel to the surface, and these layers are known as a soil horizons or a profile. So here the soil is arranged in layers or horizons during its formation. These layers or horizons are known as the soil profile. It is the vertical section of the soil that is exposed by a soil pit. The layer of a soil can easily be identified by the soil color and size of the particles. The different layers of a soils are a topsoil, subsoil and a peat rock. Each layer of a soil has a distinct characteristics. Soil profile helps in determining the role of the soil as well, and it helps one to differentiate the given sample of a soil from other soil samples based on factors like color, texture, structure and thickness, as well as the chemical composition also. So here the layers of the soil, right, that is nothing but a soil profile, is composed of a series of horizons or a layers of the soil stacked one on a top of the other. These layers or horizons are represented by letter O, A, E, C, B and R. So the O horizon, the first layer, the O horizon is the upper layer of the topsoil, which is mainly composed of organic minerals such as the dried leaves, grasses, dead leaves, small rocks, twigs, surface organisms, fallen trees, and other decomposed organic matter. This horizon of a soil is often black, brown, or a dark brown in color, and this is mainly because of the presence of organic content in that, right? It is a topmost layer. So next, a horizon or a topsoil next to the O horizon. So it is a horizon, or it may also called as a topsoil. This layer is rich in organic material and is known as the humus layer. This layer consists of both organic matter and other decomposed materials. The topsoil is soft and porous to hold enough air and water. So in this layer the seed germination take place and a new roots are produced which grows into a new plant. These layers consist of microorganisms such as earthworms, fungi, bacteria and etc. So this is nothing but a diagram. Here you can see O horizon, that is a organic, right, and next topsoil, that is A horizon, next subsoil, that is B horizon, last one is a bedrock, or we can call it as a C horizon, which is having large particles here. So it is nothing but a here four different layers of the soil. So the third one is a E horizon. This layer is composed of a nutrients, right, leached from the O and A horizons. This layer is more common in a forested area and has lower clay content. Next is a B horizon or a subsoil, we call it as. It is the surface horizon present just below the topsoil and above the bedrock. It is comparatively harder and compact than topsoil. It contains less humus, soluble minerals, and organic matter. It is the site of deposition of certain minerals and metal salts such as iron oxide. This layer holds enough water than the topsoil and is lighter brown due to the presence of clay soil. The soil of horizon A and horizon B is often mixed while pulling the fields. So next is a saprolite or a sea horizon. So this layer is devoid of any organic matter and is made up of broken bedrock. This layer is also known as a saprolite. The geological material present in this zone is cemented. And the last one is a R horizon. It is a compacted and a cemented layer. Different types of rock such as granite, basalt and limestones are found here. So this is of a soil profile, nothing but the layers of the soil we studied. So next is one is a soil moisture. So water in the soil is referred to the soil moisture. Water absorption in the soil is determined by various factors. It plays a major role in soil formation. As a result of precipitation, water arrives at the surface. The particle size distribution of a soil determines its porous nature and cause downward movement of water vertically, which is known as infiltration. This penetration continues deep in the layer of a soil until it reaches saturation. So on reaching its barrier, cannot shift vertically further, hence moves sideways. Formation of bubbles as a result of saturation is called surface ponding, which can be long lasting. So water that is available to plant is called as root zone moisture, while surface soil moisture is the water available in the immediate upper region of a soil. So here moisture content in the soil can be measured using a device known as a tensometer. It is very important. Moisture content of the soil can be measured by a device known as a tensiometer. They are water filled tubes which are sealed with a porous ceramic tip towards the bottom and a gauge at the up top, which is devoid of air molecules. They are penetrated into the soil till the root levels. So water passes between the tip of the device and the ambient soil until it reaches an equilibrium, and hence tension is recorded on the gauge, that is readings, thus obtained given a measure of a soil moisture in the region. So next types of soil moistures are there. There are different types of soil moisture, and the first one is gravitational water. The water that reaches the water table of the soil due to the gravitational force is refers to as a gravitational water. This is not available to the plants here. Next one is a hygroscopic water. This water is also water not available to the plant. It is a thin film of water tightly held by the soil particles. Chemically combined water. Third one is the chemical compounds present in the soil particles contain water. This is known as chemically combined water. This is also not available to the plants. The fourth one is a capillary water. This water is available to the plants for absorption. This water exists between soil particles in small capillaries. Next, atmospheric humidity. The hanging roots of the epiphytes, that is nothing but an orchid, observe the moisture in the air due to the presence of hygroscopic hairs and a spongy velament tissues present in the roots here. Right, this is all about the soil moisture and soil types of soil moisture. So today we studied the soil profile and the moisture of the soil. In this concept, soil profile and the layer of the soils is important. Right, thank you.